podcasts out there, but only one with this kind of energy.
Welcome to EVP Show Recaps, Predictions, Sports. Let go, show recaps, predictions, sports.
In one podcast.
Welcome to EVP Show Recaps, Predictions, Sports. Let go.
What's going on, everybody? It's the EVP from the EVP Show, and we are live for your Smackdown recap. Oh boy, what a show! What a show! Triple H is holding everything close to the vest, right towards the very end, but he decided to go with option one, which is Cody going to the Elimination Chamber, which was originally what I had talked about a few weeks ago on Scoops. He's never been in the chamber. And then obviously all the news come out about the triple threat. So, I mean, obviously I knew Drew was going to get involved tonight. It's a no-brainer there. But TKO and all these meetings they've been having, kind of a no-brainer that they're just going to go the safe route. Drew seemed to be going after Jacob a lot more than he was Cody, which is pretty wild. He completely took Jacob out of the match, and then he did Claymore Cody, but Cody kicked out. But before we get started, I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys I've been talking about it on all the streams. After the Slam is putting on a raffle that is going to be going on all the way till February the 28th. It's pretty simple to get in. You just scan the QR code, $15 to After the Slam podcast for the old school WWF Intercontinental Championship belt. And then once you do that and you have paid, then you will, the only catch is you have to subscribe to all three of the DWE YouTube channels, which is After the Slam podcast, Talking Up Wrestling podcast, and obviously the EVP Show, which is my channel. I'm streaming live from a new place, so hoping everything goes well. I know Twitter's been acting up on streams the past few times, but I'm going to go ahead and go to the video by After the Slam, where he kind of explains everything, and then I'll show you the picture and the barcode. And if you guys have any questions, obviously I will put it back up at the end of the stream as well.
Hey guys, it's me, Bodacious Albert from the After the Slam podcast, and today we are announcing big news. For the first time in After the Slam history, we are going to do our first raffle giveaway. After the Slam podcast and the DWE, we're giving away our first championship belt. It's easy to enter. All you gotta do is scan that QR code and pay $15 to enter the raffle. And guess what? It's simple. If every $15 you put in, it's an extra raffle and a better spot for you to win. And what am I talking about? We are giving away the classic Intercontinental Championship. This title is going to be given away to a lucky winner. All you gotta do is scan that QR code and pay that $15. Imagine winning a championship belt for only $15. But there's also a catch. You need to subscribe to all of the DWE members' YouTube channels. After the Slam, Talk It Up, and the EVP Show. So get going. Get a chance to win an IC championship belt. Shipped straight to your door. Only $15. It's all in your hands. The funds of this contest will go on to buying a new championship belt every single month, so we can do a giveaway. So don't miss it. Become the Intercontinental Champion of the IWC. For more info, look at the description below and you can see all the details there. Become the Intercontinental Champion.
Yeah, it seems that Twitter is playing up again. I don't see the stream. I don't understand what's going on with these accounts. But here is the picture, and here is the barcode. So you scan that barcode, and then you pay the $15, and you can enter multiple times. It's just not just a one entry thing. You can enter as much as you want. The rest of the proceeds will go to the next title belt that will be presented in March. The raffle will go all the way till February 28th, and the winner will be drawn on March the 1st. So, like After Sound said, it's all in your hands. So, make sure you guys get into this raffle because $15 for that Intercontinental Championship is a steal. So definitely want to make sure that you get into that. We're almost at the 12th. We're almost on February 14th. So obviously happy Valentine's Day to all the loving couples out there. But yeah, that puts us to like 2 weeks from the end of the raffle. So you guys make sure you get entered into that raffle. We're gonna get started because it was an action-packed 3 hours on SmackDown tonight. Fully expected Drew to show up at the end, but I figured that he was gonna. Well, he tried to cost Jacob and Cody, but Cody just became Super Cody. And kicked out of the Claymore. So yeah, Triple H is going with the original plan. It looks like with Cody and Drew again at WrestleMania. Thinking it's going to be a Hell in a Cell match. Like there's got to be some sort of stipulation to this. I know that Randy's in the chamber, but Aleister Black has made a bunch of he made a vignette tonight, and I don't know. It seems like we might be headed towards like a Randy Aleister type feud or something. I don't know. Like I said, they've had several internal meetings over the past couple of weeks about ticket sales and stuff like that. So I don't know. A lot of people have been reporting that stuff is being changed daily and stuff like that. Obviously, Meltzer was reported today that the plan is for Brock and LA Knight, which I have not heard, not one time. And he said that's been the plan since January. So I don't expect that to happen either. I mean, could it? I mean, yeah, I guess it's possible, but I mean, if they're going for the big money matches and Brock's retiring at SummerSlam in August, then you got to do Brock over. LA Knight helped throw him out of the Rumble, but besides that, where's the story there? So yeah, hopefully that's not the case because that's awful. So tonight was a very hot crowd in Dallas. They were jumping from start to finish. A hot crowd that dictates a lot. Especially in these long shows, but they were popping for a lot of people tonight. It was at the American Airlines Center. I've been there in Dallas. Elimination Chamber is just 2 weeks from tomorrow. So yeah, tonight, Joe Tessitore and Wade Barrett on commentary, Mark Nash, the ring announcer, and obviously Captain Kelly, I believe, in the back. Just a lot went on tonight. Obviously, I feel like she's overdoing things. WWE's I guess seeing everything online, and they're like, oh well, we're gonna try to throw them off and have Liv come out there and make people think that she's actually gonna choose Jade, but she 100% is not choosing Jade Cargill. So, but yeah, on tonight's episode, Cody Rhodes, Jacob Fatu, and Sami Zayn will collide in a men's elimination chamber triple threat qualifier. The animosity's been building up for a couple of weeks between Cody and Jacob after Jacob cost Cody the Undisputed Championship last month, while Sami Zayn looks to secure another opportunity at World Title glory. The women's division also takes center stage tonight with the Women's Elimination Chamber qualifier featuring the Goddess Alexa Bliss, Julia, and Zelina Vega, who is going to punch their ticket and join Rhea Ripley and Tiffany Stratton in the Women's Elimination Chamber. Also, Jade Cargill is defending WWE Women's Championship against Jordan Grace. And also, on top of that, just a very stacked show, the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship will also be on the line as Rhea Ripley, and Io Sky defend against Nia Jax and Lash Legend. In addition to that, Rey Fenix, for the second time, maybe third, I know at least second, is going one-on-one with Trick Williams. It's time to send Rey Fenix to Raw to be with his brother because there's just nothing else for him to do. So the show kicks off. The Superstars are shown arriving at the arena. And out comes the former SmackDown Women's Champion of like plus 200 days. She's already punched her ticket to Elimination Chamber, and that is Tiffany Stratton. She got a new like look, a little bit more swagger to her. I don't know, maybe she's with this new guy. Obviously, I don't know if you guys saw it on Instagram. Like he got like her eye like tattooed on his arm. Like they've only been together like a couple of months, which is just crazy. Yeah, that's pretty wild. So she gets on the mic and she said 3 months ago she lost the women's title after what she calls a dream rookie year. Now 5 women are walking to the Elimination Chamber hoping to earn a WrestleMania match. Tiffany says she's not hoping, she's expecting to win. So then, obviously, chaos is going to erupt. At the beginning of the show, the crowd was popping loud. I mean, it was loud all night long. Out comes Nia Jax, along with the Bougie Bully, Lash Legend. And Nia says she'd like to say it's great to see Tiffany again, but she's not a liar. Lash says they keep it real and claims Tiffany just got lucky last week. Tiffany asks Nia why she's so obsessed with her and says she even found herself another replacement. Lash calls Tiffany a bitter Betty, which is funny, and warns her not to make her lash out. She says she's the upgrade, and after they win the tag title tonight, Nia will win her qualifying match next week, which she will be having a qualifying match next week. Be Nia Jax, Kiana James, and the Queen Charlotte Flair next week. So yeah, we got some people qualified now on the women's and the men's side. On the men's side, so far we have Randy Orton, LA Knight, and Cody Rhodes are the 3 that's qualified so far. And on the women's, we've got Alexa Bliss, Rhea Ripley, and Tiffany Stratton. So star-studded on both sides. The chambers are shaping up to be super star-studded. Shout out to Talk About Wrestling Podcast. I don't know what in the hell is going on with X. I still cannot see that shit on my X or your X. I don't know if you can, Miami, but like my viewers keep like popping in and out. I'm in a new location streaming, so like I don't know if it has something to do with the Wi-Fi here or what, but I don't know. I'm gonna check my X one more time before I go any further and see like why I'm not streaming. I definitely should be streaming on X. I don't even see it streaming on your X, Miami. Oh, what's going on with StreamYard, man? I'm trying to find it right now. I don't know what's going on with this thing. It's like not showing up. Like I've been posting stuff and like it's just not. I don't know where it's at. I'm looking, guys. Sorry, I don't know what's going on with. I mean, I should have way more than 11 viewers for sure. I'm not even seeing it, which is just absolutely crazy. I don't see it on Miami's page either. I mean, I'm live on X, so I have no idea what's going on. Miami, I don't know if you're watching, but do you see it streaming on your X? I don't. I don't know. I think it's. I don't know. We're gonna have to just keep going. I don't know what's going on with it, but anyway, Lash is obviously talking to Tiffany. She told her, make sure she was gonna lash out on her. She said she's an upgrade. And they're gonna win the tag title tonight. Naya's gonna win her qualifying match next week. And from there, she said Naya's gonna enter the elimination chamber and pin Tiffany faster than she can say it's Tippy Tom. The crowd starts chanting Tippy Tom. So Tiffany's moving around a lot different. Like her demeanor. Naya says they should save Tiffany the embarrassment and handle it tonight. She reminds Tiffany what she's capable of, and Tiffany fires back about Naya losing another title match. So then out comes the women's Raw tag, or I don't know if it's Raw, it's a Raw tag team champion, Rhea Ripley and Io Sky to a monster huge pop in Texas. What's going on, Bento? Bento, are you able to see this on my X or Miami's? Because I cannot see it, which is just very weird. I see that you're on X, but which X are you actually is it streaming from? If you're able to answer. I don't know what's going on. I'm streaming from news. Are you okay? Can you see it from mine, or do you see it from Miami's? Oh, it's okay. It's on mine. So yeah, my X is probably jacked up. It probably just needs to be updated or something. I don't know. So Rhea Ripley's music hits and she comes out with Io Sky. Bento, can you repost the stream on X for me if you're able to watch it? Like if you're able to see it, can you repost it for me so I can see it? I mean, my X probably needs an update. Like I said, I'm using new Wi-Fi, so see if it'll let you repost the stream. Appreciate it. People are starting to come in, so maybe it was just slow. Rhea Ripley's music hits and she comes out with Io Sky. Rhea tells them not to get ahead of themselves because neither Nia nor Lash is walking out of the Elimination Chamber with a WrestleMania opportunity. She says she's in the match and soon Io will be too. So apparently Io Sky is going to have a qualifier Monday. They haven't announced the competitors, but Apparently she's gonna be having a qualifier too. But they did announce Charlotte player Kiana James and Nia Jax next week, which will make number 4, and then they're doing is it Bailey? Who is it? Bailey, Asuka. Who's the third person in that match? It's Bailey, Asuka. I don't remember who the third person is, but there's another triple threat qualifier on Raw. It's Bailey, Asuka, and one more. I just can't think who she is. Rhea says they'll do what they do best, work together until the last 2 standing. So it's going to make a lot of sense if Charlotte and Alexa and Rhea and Io are both in the chamber as tag teams. Like, that's the focal point of the women's division right now, and it's the hottest thing going. Honestly, Trick Williams is really fucking over too. I saw SmackDown, man. When I tell you, Rhea had an amazing match. I was so proud. They did. Sorry, my voice is a little messed up tonight, so you guys bear with me. So obviously Rhea and Io come out to interrupt. That is our first match of the night for the Women's Tag Team Championship. Rhea replaying Io Sky going against Nia Jax and the Bougie Bully Lash Legend. Was you able to repost the stream, Bintu? I just can't see it on my X. I'm gonna have to like restart my phone and everything after the stream. Maybe I don't know. What's going on, Goat? I mean, I told him a couple of weeks ago there was a couple of pitches. You know, one was Cody, Drew, and the other was a triple threat. I mean, they don't want to listen, so Triple H wanted to keep everybody guessing, but try to tell them, you know, they think they're just gonna leave Cody out of the main event. Like, come on, man, just stop it with that. Just cut it out. Like, I tried to tell them, Goat. I mean, I said it on Scoop like 2 weeks ago. I said Cody and Drew, and then last week, because there was another pitch, I said it could be a triple threat if he ends up costing both of them. You don't see anywhere to repost the stream. So you don't see the stream on my X. What the hell is going on with this shit, man? StreamYard, it's so ridiculous. Do you see the stream on my X? I mean, I have 40 viewers, so I normally have way more than this on SmackDown. Yeah, I don't know what the hell's going on with it. Maybe it's the Wi-Fi or something. I have no idea. Anyway, so the match begins. Io hits Nia with forearms, but Nia knocks her to the mat and follows up with an elbow drop. Nia then sends Io into the corner and delivers a hard chop. Nia sends Io into the ropes with an Irish whip, but runs right into a boot. Are you able to see the stream on my X, Raymond, at all? Because Bintu says they saw it on my X. I don't see it on mine or Miami's when I go to Twitter. I don't know. So Io connects with a drop kick and gets a hot tag into Rhea Ripley. Io hits the victory roll and follows with a double stomp. You don't see it on my X? Oh my god. That's insane. Yeah, I'm gonna have to I don't know. So I'm gonna have to reconnect it, I guess, again. I don't know, I just reconnected it. I don't know what's going on with it. It's done this like the last couple of streams. I have no idea why it's messing up like that. Bintu said they saw it on my X. So yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe it's under media or something. I don't know. Well, how are you watching it then? Who's the X are you watching it from? Raymond, if you can't see it on my X, how are you watching it? Miami's. So Io hits a victory roll and follows with a double stomp after Rhea. Okay, you clicked on my profile picture. Yeah, I don't know what the hell's going on with that. That's alright. I'll get it figured out. Hopefully I can get it figured out for Sunday. Io hits a victory roll and follows with a double stomp after Rhea blasts Nia in the back with a forearm. Rhea connects with a knee strike for a near fall. She sends Nia to the floor and Lash is knocked to the outside as well. Io takes flight with a side moonsault onto both Nia and Lash, sending the crowd into a absolute frenzy. Like they had to cut the cameras off there saying, "Holy shit, holy shit." Io rolls Nia back into the ring, but Lash distracts her. Nia capitalized with a forearm and a Samoan drop for a near fall. Lash tags in, delivers a forearm of her own. She drives Io's head into the top and the middle ropes, then hits a Uranagi backbreaker for a near fall. Lash sends Io into the turnbuckles and tags Nia back in. So they cut the ring in half and they're keeping Rhea out of the ring. Lash tagged back in, third forearm from the apron. She follows with a splash for a near fall. Nia tagged back in and Lash lifts Io onto Nia's shoulder, but Io counters with a crucifix bomb for a close 2 count. Nia rolls to the floor and Io looks to make the tag, but Lash pulls Rhea off the apron to stop the tag. Lash tags in and they hit an Irish whip on Io. Io floats over and Nia uses her back to launch into a dropkick on Lash. Rhea tags in and dropkicks Nia before unloading with multiple clotheslines on Lash. Rhea gets to her feet, chops Lash. She goes for a springboard head scissors, but Lash blocks it. Nia tagged in, but Rhea counters with a Hurricane Rana to Lash and hits a DDT on Nia for a near fall. And then we get a tag to Io. She heads to the top rope. Nia slips away from Rhea and blasts Io with a forearm. This match was incredible. Great way to start SmackDown. Nia climbs to the second rope, but Rhea stops her and powerbombs her down. It's kind of like a half powerbomb. Io connects with the moonsault, but Lash shoves Rhea into the cover, which she shoved her into Io basically to break it up. Lash throws Io to the floor and slams her into the apron. She then sends Io into the ring post and repeatedly drops her into the announce table. Lash looks for something under the ring, but Rhea cuts her off with a drop kick through the ropes. So, like, the table ended up coming out. Io, ended up jumping off the top rope, landing onto Nia Jax through the table. This is absolutely setting up for what I talked about on Scoops. They're going to have to do like a multi-woman tag match at WrestleMania, and TLC just makes the most sense because every single time they've been going for those tables. This match was turned into a no contest. After the match, chaos continues. Rhea sends Lash into the announce table while Lash fires back by sending Io into the ring post. Lash connects with a bicycle kick to Rhea and pulls a table out from under the ring. Nia and Lash set up the table at ringside. Lash places Rhea on it and Nia begins to slowly climb up the turnbuckles. Rhea rolls off the table at the last second and kicks Lash away. Io then flies with a crossbody through the ropes, crashing through the table. Moments later, Rhea spears Lash through the poorly constructed ringside barrier to end the wild scene. So yeah, this is definitely going to turn out to some sort of table, ladders, and chairs. I can see the Bella Twins being added to this. Maybe another tag team as well. Or, I just don't see them running it back with them two. I do see the Bella Twins being involved. I tweeted the stream out for you on a tweet so everyone can see it. Appreciate that, GOAT. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. It's streaming to my ex, but Vintage said they saw it, but I don't know. Um, I am like using different Wi-Fi than I was last time I streamed, which was Tuesday. So could be the Wi-Fi. But appreciate the retweet. I'll find it once the stream's over. So Kathy Kelly is backstage with Cody Rhodes. And you gotta know I'm the golden boy at DWE. And he was throwing out some real like heavy references in his promo. And asked about his qualifying match tonight. Cody says he could stand there like he did last week, speak with conviction and anger. He says he could play the golden boy role. Cody, I'm the golden boy. You're the golden boy. What's going on, brother? That Nick Aldis wants from him and keep his emotions in check. But he admits there's a lot of noise right now. People talking about what's happening and what's being said. He started talking about people like podcasters. He didn't say that, but he said people that are streaming online. So like he's talking about YouTube podcasters. When that noise fills your ears and the pressure builds, he asks himself one question: where is he? He says he's 2 matches away from the dream of main eventing WrestleMania. He's down the road from Reunion Tower, around the corner from the Cotton Bowl. He says he is in Von Erich country. So Cody Rhodes is locked in for that triple threat main event tonight. Elsewhere backstage, Carmelo Hayes walks in and runs into Matt Cardona and Apollo Crews, which is the second week in a row we've seen Apollo Crews on TV. I was wondering where he went, but I guess he's back on the roster, and he actually was involved in a match tonight. Apollo tells Carmelo he loves the open challenge concept and says he'd love a shot. Matt Cardona says he'd love to be champion too. Carmelo tells them the open challenge exists, but it's closed this week. The Miz steps in and questions Carmelo about handing out title matches. Hayes fires back and says it's open to everyone except him. Miz calls himself the locker room leader, and Carmelo says he hopes Miz leads better than he wrestles. Apollo and Matt Cardona chime in, joking about Miz's core values, and Miz storms off frustrated. So, as I mentioned at the beginning of the stream, Aleister Black did like a super deep, dark vignette about Randy Orton, saying he would see him soon. So, is that the match we're going to see for Randy Orton at WrestleMania? Is Aleister Black and Randy Orton? Because Cody's winning the chamber. I mean, let's just be real here, guys. I'm guaranteeing that Cody Rhodes is winning the Elimination Chamber. He's not gonna be not the main event. So, I mean, I guess they could be headed for a Randy Aleister match. I don't know. I'll know more before Sunday. Aleister Black says he'll give credit where credit's due. He calls Randy one of the greats, and he asks the question, what happens if Cody wins tonight? Zelina Vega sends, so yeah, like he's planting the seeds already about Cody and Randy. They're both going to be in the chamber, which is going to be, I can't wait for that. Zelina Vega sends a message to Julie and Alexa Bliss. Obviously, Aleister Black told Randy he should be seeing him soon. Zelina says she says one of them is holding her title and the other is holding on to a fragile friendship. She says she doesn't know what will happen when those egos finally break. But tonight, she says she's punching her ticket to the Elimination Chamber. Tonight, change is coming. So Carmelo Hayes makes his way to the ring. Hayes says for the last 48 days as champion, he has brought honor and prestige to the title just like the greats before him. He says he meant everything he said. As United States champion, they are on the road to WrestleMania, and he's already earned his shot. He said he's aiming for the main event, and next week he'll be qualifying for the Elimination Chamber. So next week we will be seeing 2 chamber qualifying matches. The first being Charlotte Flair, Nia Jax, and Kiana James, which Charlotte's going to win. Join Alexa Bliss, apparently. Obviously, it's very obvious. And then Carmelo Hayes, Trick Williams, and Damian Priest, which I believe could be kickstarting the Carmelo Hayes, Trick Williams feud that I've been talking about for about a month. But it also, from a storyline standpoint, it seems like they're leaning more towards like a Trick Sammy, but we'll see. He said he's aiming for the main event. He's going to qualify, but first there's business to handle tonight. He said he made a promise to one man, and the Mad Dragon, Ilya Dragunov, you're up now. Before the match can begin, Solo Sikoa's music hits, and the crowd goes crazy for everybody tonight. And he's got the whole MFT crew with him. Solo says that they're talking about a United States title match. It doesn't start with Ilya Dragunov. He reminds Dragunov that he's lost twice and tells him to get to the back of the line because the line starts with him. Dragunov asks Solo if he's calling the shots for his family now, and takes a jab by reminding him his family left him last week. Solo fires back and says what happened to the Wyatts is going to happen to both of them. Dragunov steps forward and says it sounds like someone is looking for a fight, and they are ready to give him one. Carmelo suggests they settle it with a tag team match. Solo just starts mocking Carmelo Hayes and then tells him to shut the hell up. He then says it didn't have to be like this. He then snaps his fingers and the attack begins. Mateo hits an Irish whip on Hayes as chaos breaks out. Matt Cardona and Apollo Crews run down to even the odds, and the fight begins everywhere. So then we get a huge pop for the legendary Shinsuke Nakamura, adding even more to the chaos. Nakamura goes right after Tonga Loa, sending him into the crowd, and then tosses Tala Tonga over the top rope. Nick Aldis walks out and says he loves the intensity. He announces that they'll take a rain check on the U.S. title match because now it's going to be a 10-man tag team match. Carmelo Hayes, Ilya Dragunov, Shinsuke Nakamura, Apollo Crews, and Matt Cardona versus Solo Sikoa, JC Mateo, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and Tala Tonga, the MFTs. So Nakamura and Tama Tonga start the match off. Nakamura gains the upper hand with a series of strikes, but Tama avoids a boot and counters with a flatliner. So Mateo gets a tag and starts to land punches on Nakamura. Nakamura fires back with a kick, and Apollo Crews gets a tag. Mateo connects with a knee, catching Crews, and tries for a deadlift suplex, but Apollo lands on his feet and hits a drop kick. Crews follows with some chops, and we get a tag into Matt Cardona. He starts working on Mateo's arm. Mateo answers with a punch and tags in Loa. Cardona hits a flatliner and drives a forearm into Tonga Loa into the corner. Tonga sends Matt into the ropes but runs into a big boot. Cardona hits a missile drop kick for a near fall. Matt follows with elbows, but Solo grabs him from the apron, allowing Tonga Loa to hit a clothesline, and then he slams Matt down, and Tama tags in, hitting a slingshot senton. Solo adds a boot to the head from the apron. So then the big man, Tonga, otherwise known as Hikuleo, tags in and starts to pound on Matt Cardona. He then hits an Irish whip and a clothesline and a running Samoan drop. Tala adds a kick to the back. Matt counters with a DDT and tags in the Mad Dragon, Dragunov. Dragunov explodes with chops, but Tonga Loa answers with a kick and a headbutt and sends Dragunov into the ropes. Dragunov fires back with a boot and a running knee in the corner. This was a good match too. So while the referee is distracted by Solo, Tonga Loa chokes Dragunov behind his back. Mateo begins to squeeze Dragunov's head, but Mateo shuts him down with an elbow and more chops, and he hits a standing moonsault for a near fall and then locks in a reverse chin lock. Dragunov fires back with chops, but Mateo answers with forearms. Solo tags in. Dragunov catches him with a running, jumping roundhouse kick. Carmelo Hayes tags in, unloads with punches and chops on Solo's Takoa. Hayes hits a series of clotheslines, but Solo refuses to go down. Hayes finally drops him with a springboard clothesline. So getting towards the end of the match, chaos is breaking out. Tama hits a swinging reverse DDT on Shinsuke Nakamura. Cruz answers with a suplex. Mateo lands a German suplex. Cardona also hits a Rough Rider on JC Mateo and then another on Solo after slipping out of a Samoan spike attempt. Tala storms in with a clothesline to Cardona and fights off Dragunov and Hayes. Back inside the ring, Nakamura kicked Mateo, but Mateo countered with a swinging side slam. Dragunov tries for a deadlift German suplex, but Mateo blocks it. Dragunov responds with a torpedo Moscow and follows with an H-bomb. Solo cuts Dragunov off again by sending into the ring post. So Carmelo super kicks Solo and escapes the Samoan drop. He connects with the first 48 and heads up to the top rope, but Tama Tonga shoves Carmelo Hayes off balance and Solo nails him with a Samoan spike. Dragunov blasts Solo with the torpedo Moscow, but Tama hits cutthroat on Hayes, the United States champion, for the 1, 2, 3. So Tama Tonga has pinned the United States champion. Shout out to Talk It Up Wrestling Podcast, repost and stream. Make sure you give them a follow on X and also a subscription on YouTube as well. I don't know what the fuck is going on with these streams with our X accounts, Miami. I don't. So yeah, this is the first time Carmelo's been pinned since he won the U.S. title, and I don't really like that. But I guess that put Tama Tonga as possibly the number one contender because he is the one that pinned Carmelo Hayes. So the winners of the match is the MFT, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, Tala Tonga, JC Mateo, and Solo Sikoa. After the match, Solo and his squad stand tall in the ring, but the lights suddenly go out. When they come back on, the Wyatts are seen standing up in the rafters. So then we head to the back, and the lovely, the audacious, the queen, the only one and true only queen, Charlotte Flair, tells Alexa she's sorry about what happened at the Royal Rumble. Alexa responds by saying it was Nia who eliminated her. Charlotte said Nia isn't going to ruin today. She presents Alexa with flowers and an autographed photo for Valentine's Day. Alexa reminds Charlotte that the Royal Rumble has rules and eliminations happen. Flair says that she's going to woo her tonight, and she's also going to accompany her to ringside for Alexa's Elimination Chamber qualifying match. Charlotte was looking fantastic tonight. So we get to that Women's Elimination Chamber qualifier. We're going to see who's going to be joining Rhea Ripley and Tiffany Stratton in the Elimination Chamber. Zelina Vega versus Alexa Bliss versus Julia. Alexa starts fast with a double leg takedown and a jackknife cover on Vega for a near fall. Julia quickly rolls and gets a near fall of her own. Alexa sends Julia into Vega and sets up her sister Abigail on Julia, but Zelina breaks it up. Zelina sends Alexa into the turnbuckle and Alexa spills to the floor. So then Zelina grabs Julia with the waistlock, but Julia counters with an arm drag. Julia followed with a forearm and a suplex to Vega, then hits a curb stomp for a near fall. Vega blocks a kick and connects with a Saito suplex. Alexa then grabs Vega from behind and Julia grabs Alexa. Alexa breaks free with the flip senton on Julia and then hits a cannonball off the apron. Vega answered with a meteor off the apron to Alexa. This was a decent match. So Vega jumps back in with some punches to Alexa and sends her to the apron. Alexa then slaps Zelina Vega, and Vega fires back with forearms before driving Alexa into the turnbuckle. Julia pulls Zelina Vega out of the corner and kicks Alexa, but Zelina Vega drags Julia away so she can keep punching Alexa. Julia responds with a hairbill to Vega and then a forearm to Alexa. She charges but runs into a boot. Kiana James gets up onto the ring, onto the side of the ring to distract Vega on the turnbuckles, allowing Julia to cut her off. Julia sets up and delivers a butterfly suplex. Alexa pops back up with a dropkick to Julia and unloads strikes on Zelina Vega. Alexa connects with a double blockbuster for a near follow and follows with a couple of more close falls. So Vega unloads with forearms and Julia fires back. They trade shots back and forth until Julia lands some headbutts. Alexa jumps in with a punch, but Julia answers with a forearm. Alexa avoids a knee, sending Julia into the turnbuckle. Alexa comes up and goes for the twisted bliss, but Julia gets her knees up. This was a good match. So Vega quickly hits code red on Julia, but Alexa breaks up the count before 3. Alexa sets up her sister Abigail, but Zelina slipped out. And then Alexa countered with a DDT for another near fall. Julia blasts Alexa with a knee and delivers the Northern Lights bomb, but Zelina Vega is there to break the count up before 3. So Kiana James climbs back up onto the apron to distract the referee, then into the ring. Vega then hits a knee on Julia and knocks Kiana James off the apron before sending Julia to the floor. As Vega turns around, Alexa catches her with her sister Abigail for the 1, 2, 3. She is now qualified for the Elimination Chamber, and she will be joining Rhea Ripley and Tiffany Stratton in the Elimination Chamber. So it's a pretty good match. So then we see Tiffany Stratton walking backstage when she runs into Jordynne Grace. Jordynne welcomes her back. Tiffany says she'd love to beat Jade for the title, but she wouldn't mind seeing Jordynne win it either. And then we see, obviously, it was revealed Chelsea hurt her ankle. And they lost the mixed tag titles. It didn't look broken to me in the picture, but obviously it was broken. So she's like in a wheelchair. Alba's pushing her around. Chelsea and Alba walk up and bump into Tiffany. Chelsea and Alba demand an apology. Tiffany tells them if they want an apology, all they had to do was step up, being funny, and ask. But they can't, and she walks off. The show returned with a video package recapping the recent issues between Jacob Fatu and Cody Rhodes. So Ray Phoenix is backstage when Sami Zayn walks up. Sami tells him to teach Trick a lesson. He says Trick has all the talent in the world, but someone needs to humble him. I don't know what happened to my notes. It just flipped off really quick. Ray tells Sami he's got it covered. Sami admits he wasn't fully present last week when Ray was talking to him. He said tonight is a fresh opportunity to punch his ticket to WrestleMania. Sami tells Ray that hearing he inspired him meant a lot. He said he's going to take that hope and carry it to the ring tonight. So then we get the entrance of Trick Williams, and the crowd went absolutely crazy for Trick Williams tonight. He even does the Booker T ad-lib along with his team. The crowd was doing the crowd was going crazy for what that Trick tonight in Dallas. So he gets on the mic, and Trick says he wants to do Sami a favor. He said, nobody wants to hear Mr. Can't get the job done. Tell another sob story. He mocked Sami for moping around, wearing Skechers, and not brushing his hair. Trick says Sami makes him sick and reminds him he has a quality. He tells him something about his breath smelling like 10 loads of manure or something. I don't know. It was funny though. Trick was blowing down Sammy. Trick says Sammy makes him sick and reminds him of the qualifying match tonight against Cody and Jacob. He warns that if Sammy keeps moping, that Cody and Jacob are going to eat him alive. Trick then says next week he'll do whatever it takes to qualify for the Elimination Chamber. So like I said, next week it'll be Trick Williams, Carmelo Hayes, and Damian Priest in the Elimination Chamber qualifier. See who'll be joining: Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, and LA Knight. And then it'll either be Penta, Gunther, or Dominic Mysterio. So after Raw, there'll be 4 on SmackDown and Raw. Men's and women's. Trick then says next week he'll do whatever it takes, but tonight he focused on Ray Phoenix. He said Ray comes out every week doing flips and kicks. He then compares it to the Dallas Zoo, saying people don't go there to see animals flipping around, they go to see the lion. So we get Trick Williams versus Ray Phoenix. They begin to lock up, and Trick grabs the side headlock before knocking Ray down with a shoulder tackle. Ray gets back up with the waistlock, but Trick throws him to the mat. Trick lands a knee and sends Ray into the ropes with an Irish whip. Ray fires back with a kick and hits a handspring back elbow for a near fall. This was a good match too. Trick hits an Irish whip and chops Ray into the corner. He repeats. Trick goes for a third Irish whip, but Ray fires back with chops. Trick shuts him down with a slam and kicks Ray in the head. He chops for another slam, but Ray slips out and catches him with a roll-up for a near fall. Oh my God, my notes are just keep. Trick hits a clothesline for a 2 count and then sends Ray to the floor. Instead of staying on him, Trick poses in the corner, wasting time. He finally goes outside and drives Ray into the announce table multiple times. Trick slaps Ray in the back of the head, but Ray responds with a chop. Trick then rolls him back into the ring, attempts a suplex, but Ray counters with a knee and an inside cradle for a near fall. Trick then sends Ray to the floor again, then brings him back in and lands a punch before locking in a front face lock. Trick hits a suplex for a near fall, then drives Ray hard into the corner with an Irish whip. So getting down to the end of the match, because this was a 3-hour show. Ray goes for a moonsault, but Trick moves and Ray lands on his feet. Trick immediately connects with a jumping knee. Trick shot and scores the 1-2-3 for the second straight time. Trick Williams defeats Ray Phoenix. A really good match. So then backstage, Io Sky and Rhea Ripley are talking. Io speaking in Japanese. Rhea says she understands and promises they'll give payback. She tells Io to focus on her match next week. I have no idea who's in that qualifying match with Io, but it just looks like it's going to be a bunch of tag teams in that women's elimination chamber with Tiffany Stratton, is the way it's looking to me. She tells Io to focus on her match next week, and then Julia and Kiana James walk in, and Julia is yelling. Io fires back, suggesting she'll beat Julia again and take that United States Championship from her. That would be something I would love to see. And then, out of nowhere, Jade Cargill appears and stares down Io and Rhea. Got a little small Rhea, Jade, and Io Jade tease. So then there's a video package that airs for the upcoming Jordan Grace Jade Cargill match. Then we get a very good backstage promo vignette with the Samoan werewolf, Jacob Fatu. Jacob says the odds have been stacked against him. He admits he's never been inside the elimination chamber, but he knows exactly what it feels like to be alone and locked in. He said people have written him off his entire life, and he was never supposed to make it this far. But tonight he said he's winning. When it comes to elimination chamber, Fatu said he already has it in the bag, and he is on his way to WrestleMania. So our next match is going to be for the WWE Women's SmackDown Championship. Jade Cargill versus Jordan Grace. But before the match can begin, Be here, watch me, Liv Morgan. Which I literally was about to tweet, but I was like, if they change it, then I don't want to look stupid. But I did know that Liv was in Dallas. WWE's trying to do the best job that they can to prevent, like, they're making it look like Liv is contemplating very heavily, but she's not picking Jade. But Liv comes out with Dominic Mysterio and Raquel Rodriguez. Dominic says they won't interrupt for long, but Liv wanted to get a closer look at this match. Liv reminds everyone that Jade has been champion for 100 days. Dom then reveals he's arranged a private Valentine's Day dinner for Liv, and since it's private, they're bringing it to ringside. Now, this man got some Dom Perignon, and his name is Dom. So, like, you man take notes. Dirty Dom, Best Mysterio. There he is, Greatest Luchador. He reveals that it's private, so they're bringing to ringside. A small table set up near the announce area. Liv says she loves dinner and a show, and she's going to enjoy watching her potential WrestleMania opponents tear each other apart. So the match begins with a lockup, and the referee has to separate them. Jordan then grabs a waistlock, but Jade countered with a standing switch. They collide with shoulder tackles, but neither woman goes down. Grace fires back with a boot in the corner. She floats over Jade, but Jade catches her. Grace quickly jumps on Jade's back with a sleeper hold. Jade backs her into the corner, but Grace holds on. Jade drops backward to the mat, but Jordan and Grace keeps the hold and adds the body scissors. Jade rolls to the apron and then to the floor, finally breaking free after driving Grace into the corner. Jade swings for a chop but misses it and hits the ring post. Jordan finally capitalizes with a DDT in front of the announce table, then follows with a Vader bomb using the edge of the table. And at the end of the match, it did look like Jade was favoring her arm a little bit, but I don't know if that was like real or just kept like just selling it. Jade breaks her for each count, then walks over to the private Valentine's dinner setup, grabbing some of the food to mock Liv and Dom. Jade then sends Grace into the apron and ring steps before rolling back inside. Jade kicks Jordan in the back, then delivers another kick. She drives Grace into the corner with a hard Irish whip. Jordan counters with a kick to the arm, but Jade answers with a back elbow and more kicks in the corner. Jade chokes Grace against the turnbuckles, follows with the European uppercut, and hits a fall-away slam. Jade lands a splash and then drops an elbow into Grace in the corner. Grace blocks another elbow. She drops Jade's arm across the top rope and starts targeting the shoulder. Jade regains control with a side slam for a near fall, then locks in a reverse chin lock. Jade then slips off to Jordan's shoulders, but Grace answers with a spine buster. Jade escapes a powerbomb attempt and hits a spine buster of her own for 2. So Jordan avoids the bicycle kick and rolls Jade up for a near fall. We finally have hit the 100 mark. So welcome everybody in. That's watching either on my YouTube channel, my X, or Miami's X. I don't know what's going on with the streams lately. Shout out to Talking Up Wrestling Podcast again for reposting the stream. They stand face to face and trade slaps. Forearms, Grace lands a back fist and tries to lift Jade up for the burning hammer, but Jade lands on her feet. Jade fires a kick and then hits the Jaded with one arm. Oh, like that's crazy strong. She does hit the Jaded on Jordan Grace with one arm. For the 1, 2, 3, and still your SmackDown Women's Champion, Jade Cargill. After the match, Jade stares at Liv Morgan and warns her. She said, "If you choose me, you saw what just happened. That's exactly what's going to happen to you." Will Liv Morgan choose Jade Cargill? I don't think so. So backstage, Axiom, Nathan Frazier, Chris Sabin, and Alex Shelley standing in the hallway watching Johnny Gargano and Candice LeRae argue. Johnny says he has no partner, no mask, and nothing left. Candice tells him she's right there and promises she'll fix this. I don't know what that means. They could be going to NXT. That's what they need to do. So then the Solo Squad walks past them. Solo tells them to take notes and says if they want the tag titles, they better get in line. Talking to Axiom, Nathan Frazier, Chris Sabin, and Alex Shelley. Axiom and the Motor City Machine Guns. So we then get a video package featuring Wwe Smackdown from Monday, focused on the theme of change. And like I said earlier, Dave Meltzer reported that Brock Lesnar is going to be facing LA Knight at WrestleMania, which I pray to God that that's not what they're going to do. Brock Wwe has to be the play. Like, we have to have that. Brock's going to be on Raw and in Atlanta on the 23rd, the week Elimination Chamber week. So, like, it's a perfect time for Wwe to come out there and get this started. Because I don't think Wwe or Brock's going to be in the chamber. So backstage, Nick Aldis is with Wwe and hands him a contract, but Wwe never signs the contract. He just hands it to him. So he's not officially a SmackDown superstar yet. But Kit Wilson interrupts, and Nick immediately scolds him for cutting in. Nick asks if Kit has another poem, this time for Wwe. Kit recites it, and Nick admits he likes it. Wwe asks Kit if that's really how he feels. Wwe then says they can meet one-on-one next week to discuss their feelings. Kit simply says toxic and walks off. So next week, it's going to be another squash match. Wwe Smackdown against Kit Wilson. So it's announced that next week night, and I guess it will be the 5th qualifier because the 4th qualifying match will be on Raw this week for the women. Next week, Nia Jax will face Charlotte Flair and Kiana James in an Elimination Chamber qualifying match. Who will join Tiffany Stratton, Rhea Ripley, and Alexa Bliss? Charlotte Flair. That's it. Trick Williams will also be facing Damian Priest and Carmelo Hayes in another qualifier. So who's going to be joining Randy Orton, LA Knight, now Cody Rhodes, in the Elimination Chamber? Kathy Kelly is backstage with Drew McIntyre and asks about the upcoming main event. Drew says he wants to talk about who's actually in the match. He takes shots at Randy, can't win the big one, Orton, and LA catchphrase Knight. He said he heard what Cody had to say earlier and promises that Cody will be nowhere near him or the title at WrestleMania. Drew adds that Jacob Fatu might actually have the best shot in the Elimination Chamber because he spent the most time behind bars. Sami Zayn then steps in after hearing his name. Sami asks Drew if he's already writing him off as a foregone conclusion. Drew reminds Sami what he said when he won the title, and he admits a part of him actually wants Sami to win tonight. He said he feels like he's going to win tonight and get the big one done because he is a good guy. Drew's just full of shit. So we get to the main event of the evening, guys. Who's going to join Randy Orton and LA Knight, the men's elimination chamber? And then after Raw, it'd be the 4th one because we'll get Gunther. I believe it's Gunther, Penta, and Dominic Mysterio. I can't think who the 3rd woman is in the Bayley match. It's Bayley, Asuka. I don't know who the other one is. It's not Raquel. So yeah, I don't know who it is. I'll have to go back and look. So the 3-man trade words in the ring. Cody Rhodes versus Jacob Fatu versus Sami Zayn. All 3 come out to big entrances. Jacob Fatu suddenly blasts Sami Zayn with a super kick, sending him to the floor. Cody fires back with some punches, but Fatu traps him in the corner. and drives in shoulder strike before unloading with more punches. Cody answers with a kick and the famous drop down punch he always does. Fatu surprises him with a handstand to avoid a Cody cutter attempt and swings with a punch but misses a back senton. Cody rebounds and clotheslines Jacob over the top rope to the floor. Then he turns his attention to Sammy and begins to chop Sami Zayn. Sammy springboards over Cody and clotheslines him to the floor. Sammy builds momentum, sets up, and launches with a flip dive over the top rope onto both men on the outside. He rolls Cody back into the ring and follows with kicks into the corner. Sammy lands a chop, but Cody fires back with chops of his own. Cody swings and misses, and Sammy answers with sends Cody into the turnbuckle and hits a double sledge off the ropes. Sammy goes for a suplex, but Cody blocks it. Cody chops from one of his own, and Sammy blocks that. They battle back and forth until Cody finally connects with a delayed vertical suplex. Jacob Fatu storms back into the ring with a shoulder tackle to Cody. He chokes Cody on the ropes and headbutts Sammy and hits a splash on Cody. Sammy chops Jacob Fatu. Fatu shuts him down with another headbutt. Fatu uppercuts Cody and sends Sammy hard into the corner with an Irish whip. Cody fires back with punches, but Fatu answers with a punch of his own. So Jacob with Cody again, but Cody countered with a back elbow. Jacob charges into the corner, misses a splash. Cody takes advantage, floating over Sammy and hitting a power slam on him, and then turning and hitting another on Jacob Fatu. Cody begins to throw the jabs at Sammy, but misses a bionic elbow. And then Sammy goes for the blue thunder bomb, but Cody escapes and connects with the beautiful disaster for a near fall. Cody then goes for the crossroads, but Sammy escapes with a knee to Cody's face. So then Jacob barrels back into the ring with a double shoulder tackle and then hits a handspring moonsault on Sammy for a near fall. Cody slips out of the Samoan drop, but Fatu crushes him with a back senton. This match was really good. Cody and Fatu trade punches until Fatu knocks Cody to the floor. Fatu then dives through the middle rope, the suicide dive onto Cody Rhodes. Sammy comes up from behind and attacks Jacob Fatu from behind and tries to send him to the announce table, but Fatu counters and throws Sammy into the ring steps instead. Fatu uppercuts Cody and briefly pulls the table out from under the ring, then shoves it back underneath. Cody tries to rally the fans and grabs the table with his own, but Jacob cuts him off and shoves that table back under as well. Jacob Fatu rolls Sammy back into the ring and climbs to the top rope. Cody cuts him off and sets up for a superplex, but Fatu fights him off with punches and a headbutt. Sammy climbs up and chops for the superplex, but Fatu blocks that and knocks Sammy back down. Cody tries again, but Jacob punches him to the mat. Sammy stops Fatu from climbing higher, and for a moment, Cody and Sammy find some common ground. They work together and deliver a double superplex on Jacob Fatu, leaving all three men laid out in the ring. So then Sammy and Cody start trading punches in the center of the ring. Sammy gets the upper hand, but Cody fires back. Cody charges, but Sammy cuts him off and hits the exploder into the turnbuckle. Sammy sets up for the Luva kick, but Fatu storms in with a super kick to Sammy and another to Cody. Fatu goes for the handspring moonsault, but Sammy kicks him in the back to stop it. Sammy then gets tossed for a quick roll up on Cody Rhodes for a near fall. But Cody blocks a blue thunder bomb, but when he goes for a Cody cutter, Sammy catches him and hits the blue thunder bomb for a 2 3/4. Sammy chops Cody and then points at the WrestleMania sign. Cody answers with a chop of his own. So then Fatu attacks from behind and sends him to the floor. Fatu crushes Sammy with a clothesline in the corner and slaps him before hitting another corner clothesline. Sammy goes for a haluva kick, but Fatu moves at the last second. Sammy catches Fatu coming off the ropes and transitions to an inside cradle for a near fall. Cody returns with a double jump Cody cutter on Sammy, but Fatu throws Cody back to the floor. Fatu hits a double jump moonsault, but before he can capitalize on the victory, out comes the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, Drew McIntyre. He storms in and he drops Jacob Fatu with a claymore. Drew sends Fatu into the ring post and over to the announce table. He clears off the table, but then Cody sees it and he comes to the ring and dives through the middle rope onto Drew McIntyre with a suicide dive. Cody punches Drew, but Drew counters and sends Cody into the ring post. Drew powerbombs Jacob Fatu to the announce table and Jacob is out. Then blasts Cody with a claymore. The referee is out there checking on Jacob Fatu because, like I said, he is completely laid out through the table. So Drew puts Sami Zayn on top of Cody after the claymore, thinking that that's it. He's got him. So the referee finally makes his way back to the ring. And you know when they do that slow count, Cody kicked out right before the 3 count. So then Drew turns around, sees the match is not over, storms back into the ring, punches Cody and shoves him into the corner, but Sami ends up hitting and explodes with a haluva kick to Drew, knocking him out of the ring. Cody Rhodes capitalizes, follows immediately with a crossroads on Sami Zayn for the 1, 2, 3, and your winner, the American Nightmare. Go ahead and play it for you guys really quick. Better start learning those words to Kingdom, buddy. The winner of the match and advancing to the Elimination Chamber to join Randy Orton and LA Knight, and soon to be either Gunther, Penta, or Dominic Mysterio, Cody Rhodes. What a show. It's a good show. They decided to play it safe. So the triple threat. There's still a lot of time. A lot of stuff can happen. Next week on SmackDown, like I said, Charlotte Flair, Nia Jax, and Kiana James will battle for a spot in the Elimination Chamber to join Alexa Bliss, Rhea Ripley, and Tiffany Stratton. And we will see Trick Williams, Carmelo Hayes. Just 1 second, guys. Trick Williams, Carmelo Hayes, and Damian Priest will battle, for which will be the fifth spot in the Elimination Chamber, because Gunther, Penta, and Dominic Mysterio one of them will secure the 4th spot coming up Monday on Raw. So that is it, guys. I'm sorry for the technical difficulties. I don't know what's going on with the X. I will figure it out after the stream is over. Like I said, I'm streaming from a new location, new Wi-Fi, but I don't know, something about me and Miami's X is like acting up, but I'm going to figure it out once the stream is over. I do appreciate, shout out to DWE, the CEO himself, Miami the Great, head of the table, Final Boss Baby, Director Reg, World of Greg, also After the Slam podcast. Also shout out to Gimmick Table Media, 2 lovely ladies from Wrestling Divas Podcast. They will be hosting a Valentine's Day stream tomorrow night, so you got to check them out. I think it's at 10 p.m. Eastern. I think Talk It Up Radio may be tomorrow. I'm not 100% sure it's Valentine's Day, so I haven't seen it advertised. I'm not 100% sure on that. But Kicking Out at 2 with Michael and Tori. Also on the Running Wrestling Podcast. And Mr. Vinny with Southern Square Circle Media and Princess Jess. And she is mainly on TikTok. Shout out to all of them as well from Gimmick Table Media. Once again, I will play this video from After the Sun podcast on how you can enter the raffle for the old school WWF Intercontinental Championship belt. After I play my outro, I will play the video, show you the picture and the QR code. This contest will end, this raffle will end on your last chance to enter will be February the 28th, with the winner being drawn March the 1st. You can have multiple entries. You just have to scan the QR code, pay the $15 to After the Slam PayPal. The only catch is you must give the EVP show, my YouTube show, After the Slam Podcast and Talk It Up Wrestling Podcast, all a subscription on X. That is the only thing you have to do YouTube wise, and that's not very hard to do. Shout out, I think I'm like way behind. So yes, I appreciate you guys. 123 people in here. It's late. It's already Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day to all you couples. Valentine's Day makes me ill, because I'm not in a relationship. Don't want to be. I'm done with those. But that's for another show, another time. It's for a talk show or something like that. But I'm gonna go ahead and play my outro, and then I will play the video from After the Slam. And if you guys have any questions on how to enter that raffle, get with me, Miami, anybody from DWE or After the Slam. But make sure if you're going to enter it, scan that QR code, pay the $15, hit that subscribe button to the EVP show, Talk It Up Wrestling Podcast, and After the Slam podcast as well. Enjoy my outro, and then I will play the video again from After the Slam. I will tell you where you can find me on my socials and what I have coming up next for you guys, because I do have a new show coming to the EVP show next week. So stay tuned, guys.
Wrestling has more than one royal family.
There are a lot of podcasts out there, but only one with this kind of energy.
Welcome to EVP Show Recaps Prediction Sports. Let go, show recaps prediction sports
In one podcast.
Welcome to EVP Show Recaps Prediction Sports. Let go.
All right, guys, here is the video on how to enter the raffle for the Old School WWF Intercontinental Championship by After the Slam Podcast.
Hey guys, it's me, Bodacious Albert from the After the Slam podcast, and today we are announcing big news. For the first time in After the Slam history, we are going to do our first raffle giveaway. After the Slam podcast and the DWE, we're giving away our first championship belt. It's easy to enter. All you gotta do is scan that QR code and pay $15 to enter the raffle. And guess what? It's simple. If every $15 you put in, it's an extra raffle and a better spot for you to win. And what am I talking about? We are giving away the classic Intercontinental Championship. This title is going to be given away to a lucky winner. All you got to do is scan that QR code and pay that $15. Imagine winning a championship belt for only $15. But there's also a catch. You need to subscribe to all of the DWE members' YouTube channels. After the Slam, Talk It Up, and the EVP show. So get going. Get a chance to win an IC championship belt shipped straight to your door. Only $15. It's all in your hands. The funds of this contest will go on to buying a new championship belt every single month, so we can do a giveaway. So don't miss it. Become the Intercontinental Champion of the IWC. For more info, look at the description below and you can see all the details there. Become the Intercontinental Champion.
That is the QR code right there to scan After the Slam PayPal for the $15 entry. And there is the picture. Subscribe to After the Slam YouTube, Talk It Up Wrestling Podcast, and the EVP show. Send $15 via PayPal for one raffle entry. Each $15 for an entry. More entry, better chances to win. The winner is announced live on After the Slam Podcast on March the 1st. This contest will end on February the 28th, the day of Elimination Chamber. So yeah, shout out to all you guys that were able to tune in to SmackDown tonight. I have a whole lot to talk about on Sunday Scoop coming up Sunday, so I can't wait for that. Hope you guys enjoy your Valentine's Day tomorrow with your loved one. So as part of my socials, it's scrolling across the bottom of the screen. All of my links are in my bio. But you can follow me on X at EVPCJP, Instagram, same handle at EVPCJP, TikTok, where I do Instagram and TikTok, where I promote all of the videos for my streams coming up. It's at Brady DA Goat 21, at Brady the Goat 21. So definitely give me a follow on Instagram and TikTok. It's at Brady DA Goat 21. And most importantly, last but not least, please hit that like and subscribe button to my YouTube channel, and it's at the EVP Show. If you're not already subscribed, all you have to do is go to the search bar and type in at the EVP Show. And if you guys go back and watch the stream tonight, please make sure you hit the like button on my stream and leave me some comments on YouTube, because it helps put my stream and my channel in the algorithm. Gets fresh eyes and ears on the channel. It is much appreciated. And shout out to the 135 people that have tuned in tonight. What I have coming up next, I will not be doing anything tomorrow. It's Valentine's Day, so you guys enjoy Valentine's Day. Just gonna be chilling, taking myself out, basically. But Sunday I will be back for episode 7 at 6 p.m. of Sunday Night Scoops with the EVP at 6 p.m. Eastern Sunday. Set that reminder. We will be talking about the Elimination Chamber and WrestleMania. So make sure you guys are tuned in for that. Episode 7 of Sunday Night Scoops with the EVP, Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern. There is no football this week. I will give you guys the news for 30 minutes and open up Q&A for the last 30 to 45 minutes. And I will probably extend this week, because we had to cut short last week due to the Super Bowl. And I'm back Monday night at 11 p.m. Eastern for your Raw recap. And then Tuesday, it will not be Doubleheader Tuesday. There's no NFL, but I will be live Tuesday night at 10:30 p.m. Eastern for your NXT recap. And then I'm off Wednesday, and I'm back Thursday for the season premiere, season debut, the newest show to the EVP Show and the DWE channel. At 11:30 p.m. Eastern, I will be live with my first ever TNA recap show, live on the EVP Show. So make sure when you see the thumb and the live post on the channel, hit that notification bell. It will be Thursday night at 11:30 p.m. Eastern, live, the first ever TNA recap show on the EVP Show. And then I'm back next Friday night at 11:30 p.m. Eastern for your SmackDown recap. And then I'm off Saturday and back for episode 8 for Sunday Night Scoop with the EVP as next Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern. With that being said, guys, enjoy your Valentine's Day with your loved ones, and I will see you guys for episode 7 at 6 p.m. Eastern for Sunday Night Scoops with the EVP. Hit that notification bell, lock in, get those questions ready. Let's have a great show Sunday. With that being said, thank you again for tuning in to the EVP SmackDown Recap Show, and I will see you guys Sunday evening at 6 p.m. Eastern for Sunday Night Scoop with the EVP, episode 7. I am, don't tell Cody Raheem Rhodes this, but I am the golden boy of DWE, and DWE is the place to be. Good night, everyone, and enjoy your Valentine's Day.